good morning. We're here at the Kingston Parish Hall, and you'll see that I'm sitting on a sofa. And we have obtained relatively recently two sofas, a couple of lamps, and a table to provide a wonderful little living room type of space here in the hall. Hopefully, we will be able to use it in the near future, but COVID is not gone by any means. Um, and because of the number of cases here in New Brunswick, and because um, the stores have taken a more conservative approach in terms of opening up, the parish is doing the same. And even though I had made a number of statements about what would happen in the church moving forward a little quicker than maybe some anticipated, by Sunday, yesterday, I had reeled back some of my hopes and dreams of a transitional COVID time and have pretty much remained the same as what we have been doing the past, say, month, which is more of a maybe sap green, a little bit of a lighter shade or a greener shade of yellow, but it's certainly by no means green at all. People are nervous. My wife and my children have all had both shots, but only relatively recently, and so I have another, I think, 10 days to go before I can go around relatively comfortably in the knowledge that all of my family have been protected. I think that in the coming weeks, we'll have a pretty good indication of whether or not going green has been successful or not. We've certainly seen that there are a number of cases that have occurred. There are people who are relaxed and maybe a little cavalier in their attitude, and there are some who are overly concerned, and it's trying to meet that middle ground. But rest assured that in terms of worship, and it's solely my decision based on the governmental restrictions and regulations that are in place, it is my decision whether or not we change any of our procedures. And though I would like to, it's just not prudent at this time. So rest assured, I will do things to keep your interests and your safety at the front of my mindset when I'm thinking about worshiping and spending time together. I think that that is essential for you to know, but also for me to aim toward is always your safety. I think that as a Christian in today's society, we need to be very conscientious about the fact that we need to walk the walk and put into practice what we preach. And we preach love and care, respect, dignity, and that means that we need to be very aware of everyone's different approaches and to try to err on the side which looks sympathetically towards those who are quite anxious and nervous and concerned about the speed at which we've moved from yellow to green. So anyway, that's what's happening COVID-wise. Not a lot of changes. The hall will be used a little bit, but it's kind of like a soft opening. And so I am using the hall a little bit more, but it's very, very, very intentional, and sanitization, masks will still be used except for certain occasions where it's kind of like one of those gray areas where we're trying to figure out what is appropriate, what is safe for the group, but we're by no means opening up for any type of food services, here in the parish hall anytime soon. I'm going to give you a little tour around so that you can see what's going on here in the hall. Some of you may be very interested in what the hall looks like. So I'm going to get up, and you don't need to see me anymore, but you'll certainly hear me, and I'll show you the hall. Well, there's an interesting setting, isn't it? There we go. There. All right. So I'm going to back up a little bit. And you can see a couple of the lamps. That's my office lamp that needs to be replaced just because it's a little bit too white light. It gives me a headache. But there's one of our sofas. And if I go back a bit, you'll see the table. And there's an identical sofa right there. It's a lovely little space. I'm hoping to get a circular carpet. Let's see if I can show you from above. There you go. So it's a nice little nook. I'm looking for a circular carpet to go underneath that table. And I have my D&D table set up for the Wednesday morning summer youth program for the kids. We've talked a little bit about faith, but nothing major. I'm not wanting to scare them off by any means, but my hope is that just spending time with a priest is a good thing and something that is positive in their memories, that maybe when they're old men and women, they'll look back fondly on this summer where they spent time in the parish, kind of seeing what our faith is about, and not just kind of hearing about it, but actually witnessing somebody who's a Christian and a committed Christian, and how we approach life and the way of life and the way we treat each other. And so I think that it's a wonderful opportunity for the kids, and why not use my hobby that I love and apply it to my ministry. So here, if you are wondering, is where we have our meditation group. And actually, you know what? I am going to do this now because the video is not that long and I don't plan on speaking much longer. I'm going to grab this table. I have to switch hands. And as you can see, everything has kind of just temporarily been placed because of COVID and the fact that we're not using the hall. And I'll just plunk this down in the middle. And I'll move this chair back. There we go. And I'll put the candle where it's supposed to be. There we go. So the meditation group that we have meets here in the center of the hall. Sorry if you're getting a little dizzy from all of this. But I sit over there, right in front of the fireplace, and I lead a meditation. And so we spend a good amount of time just relaxing our bodies, relaxing our minds, getting the busyness of the day out. And we meet as a group. That is Ricky's favorite chair, and so I've covered it with a blanket so that he doesn't hair it all up. So what we do is we gather, a candle is lit, and we intentionally just free ourselves from the tensions, as I said, of the week and the day. And as we relax, I move us in a direction where we think about Christ in our lives, and we read I read a passage of Scripture on 4 different times over a period of time, and we reflect on it as guided as to how this reading affects you. Not us or we. This is a very individual thing. Nobody speaks, nobody passes opinions on or anything like that. It is purely for a personal reflection, a personal devotion together. It is a group experience of a very private meditation. And again, when people leave, you leave in silence. And it's just for you to relax and be able to contemplate. So it's a nice little space. You can see that everybody is distanced. And so if you are at all interested in coming out, we are having it tonight. I know that it's a holiday Monday, but we are going to have it tonight. So there you go. And I'm still very much in love with that corner section and cannot wait for that to be able to be used fully. And remember, tomorrow morning, which is Tuesday morning, we will have a coffee hour. And I may be so bold as to say we can meet over on the sofa if everybody has had 2 shots, but we will see what everyone's comfort level is. We come over here and you're going to see something a little bit shocking. It's unfortunate. Here is our mural. And the mural has been, I guess, for, since 1991, been up on our front entryway going down the stairs to the basement. And unfortunately, the fire marshal said to us that this is a fire hazard. And because it's a major exit, we had to take it down. So we're going to find a new home for it, maybe in the building, maybe somewhere else. And that will be decided, I would imagine, by possibly by vestry. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to show you some of the work that's been done. So here we go. So that was all smashed in. So as you can see, we've got a new section just here. They did a relatively good color match. Definitely you can tell that it's not original, but I think they did a very, very good job, and no complaints. It will be fine, and there you go. So as you can see, if I just tilt it up, that we just need the electrician to come in. The doors still need a little bit of work. They don't shut perfectly yet, but they will do. And here you can see that there's a lot of work that's been done. This entire rail and section here was completely obliterated. And so that's been completely rebuilt. It's sad that it's so blank. It's even sadder that they did the painting before we had the inspector come and tell us that we had to take that down. So we may need to give it a lick of paint, I'm not sure, but it doesn't look too bad. We'll see what happens when the window comes in. So that's going to be soon, and I will go outside just to show you what's happening on the outside. So as you can see, the carpenter is busy putting this on and getting ready. So good news all around. Anyway, so just have a great holiday Monday. I hope to see you soon, and God bless. Have a great day. I don't know how to switch this around so that it sees me again. I'm unsure of some of my controls. Anyway, God bless, take care, and have a blessed long weekend. Bye-bye.